Hey, gun people! Well, I'm going to try to do, when I read my comments in the morning, this is the video that I posted last, the protests. So you can tell it's, most of the comments are going to be on that video. But every once in a while, an old video, one of my older videos, somebody will post and I'll review the comment and they make a point. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go through how I review videos here. And when I read something that I think I want to make a point on or describe, because I like the comments to be educational and to where we can both get something from it and I can clear up honest confusions. And, you know, it can be a learning experience. And if I got something wrong and you say it's wrong and, you know, hey, I make mistakes. I ain't perfect. So I'm going to just leave this running. And then when I get to a comment that I want to discuss, I'll turn it back on. Here we go. Okay, so somehow a Trump hater who's freaking just, you know, sorry, Trump already has 30% of you on the train. Really? You have to come here just to trash Trump? Look, you can't talk about freedom if you support the left. And if you're trashing Trump, unfortunately, you're supporting left. So if you're a left-wing idiot that wants to come here and just blame everything on Trump, this poor black man got shot because he wasn't doing nothing wrong and it's Trump's fault, you know what? I'm just tired of reading shit like this. There's a picture on the internet of a parking lot at a church where a couple of cars are on fire and the sign says Black Lives Matter. Well, obviously, it matters when it's burning down churches and burning down your neighborhood. Yeah, go ahead and give more money to Black Lives Matter because they're going to protect your neighborhood. Get rid of the police because Black Lives Matter will save you. I mean, the ignorance in the world today is just crazy. So now John makes a decent comment to where, hey, from what I read, the cops are called domestic violence on the way. They found a guy. He had a warrant for sexual assault and domestic violence. So, you know what? Why can't I read comments like this? No, you want to come here and be a Trump derangement syndrome idiot and start blaming Trump and making this about Trump. So, you know what, dude? Sorry, but you're done. Okay, here it says the guy with the AR took 3 shots at the armored vehicle. I find that hard. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just find that hard to believe that cops would take rounds and not either run people over or come out shooting. The reaction of the armored vehicle was not consistent with taking 3 rounds. Could be true. And if it is true, that dude's face is on camera. They're going to track him down. They're going to arrest him and they're going to make a big deal and do the perp walk. And hey, this is what happens when you do this. And he'll be facing 3 counts or 5 counts, however many people were in there, of attempted murder. So if he did take 3 shots, not smart with his face uncovered. So this guy says the guys with ARs are communists and need to take a dirt nap. Well, look, I don't care if they're supporting Black Lives Matter or who they're supporting. Government, tyrannical, out-of-control government is the issue. Out-of-control politicians, liberal left cities going to hell, letting Black Lives Matter look. That's the issue. And anybody that's pushing back against that, I don't care how they do it, hey, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. So Tin Man makes a good point here. It came out that the man and the woman that came out of the house with no gun skills and their little pea shooter with their finger on a trigger because the people had broke into their neighborhood and they were defending their property, they got charged by the liberal left and their liberal left attorneys. But again, this guy makes a great point. In the end, they stood up to Democrat communist mobs, protected their properties and themselves. And that's a good point. And that's why, hey, even though they're liberal left wings, they stood up to the mobs. And now government's coming after them. And now government is getting one more person on the people's side against government. So we'll see how it plays out. History will tell. Okay, these comments are like, oh, watch the video. Watch the entire video. I did watch the entire video. This is the video I had. So people love to come here and tell me that, oh, there's a better video out there. Oh, there's this. Oh, they don't put a link. I usually approve people. I don't know if this guy's approved for link. Yeah, always approve. Okay, he's approved for links. But he assaulted the other officers. I didn't see that. They tried to tase him. I didn't see that. Of course, it was ineffective. I agree. That's when they pull their guns. Then the guy turns and tries to either get back in a car or reach in a car to grab a gun, knife, baseball bat. Guy got shot, has a long violent history. How do you know he has a long violent history? It's easy for someone. I agree with you. I think the guy probably does have a long violent history. But I haven't found any proof, and nobody's given me a link, and it hasn't been public that I know of. Otherwise, why not post a link? And if you can't post a link, because I know some people can't figure out how to post a link, then put the exact title of the article. Just copy and paste the exact title of the article, right-click, copy, and then make a damn comment and paste it. And then that way I can at least go and I can highlight this, and then I can search this on Google, and it will give me, you know, the article will come up, and I can find it that way. But anyway, so cancel. I want to remove that. Sorry. Long history of violent crimes, including rape and debate. How do we know rape? Violent crimes. He had an open warrant. How do we know that? I did think I hear something on News Next Day update. The guy did have a warrant, and he wasn't supposed to be around. A 911 call supposedly said he wasn't be around, but I didn't know that when I made the video. That's the problem when I make videos. Everybody comes back later, and I mean, I don't think White Devil is being like rude or whatever. I just wish people would realize when they make these statements. I have people coming out, you know, BLM comes here and goes, it's a poor black man, he was a good father, and they shot him, he never did anything wrong. Well, how do I know that? You know, you come here pushing an agenda, but you don't give any facts to back up what you're saying. You don't give me a way to validate whether what you're saying is true or not. So why should I believe your comment? Because the internet's full of a bunch of people just lying. No offense, Andrew. I'm sick and tired of these rogue cops spoil the names of the good ones. This is on the guy that was planting freaking dope on innocent people and sending them to jail. And, I mean, ruining people's lives because he was carrying around dope so he could be a hero and find dope. And this guy says, rogue cops. Really? Have you watched my Earning the Hate playlist? If you rogue means outliner, very rare, not the exception, not the rule. If you watch anything that's going on right now, rogue cop is not a bad cop. The rogue cop now is the cop that turns in bad cops. A rogue cop now is the cop that doesn't go along just to get along and speaks out about the bullshit. That's a rogue cop now. It's not the guy who's planting dope. That's the guy who's shooting people in the back and can't wait to shoot somebody and out there raising taxes and collecting taxes and pulling over good people, writing them tickets and ruining people's lives and insurance and all this other shit because they want to justify their jobs. That's the normal cop, in my opinion. Another, he had a felony warrant. He's a fleeing felon trying to take the kids in the car. How do we know he had a fleeing? What was the warrant for? Who issued it? Was he in prison? What's his criminal history? Those are things that I can sink my teeth into. By the way, when you see this little red thing, that means that your subscriptions is public, and then I can, if I just hover over it, it tells me how long you've been subscribed to me. So he's been subscribed to me for 10 months. Thanks for the sub, dude. Oh, thanks, Paul Revere. To the rescue again. Them on the ground. He puts a nice little link. Let's look at the link. And here's the link. And here they are on the ground fighting.
You a bogus bitch! This bitch is bogus! Mom, get back! Mom! Mom!
Okay, so the woman yelling at the girl to get back is pretty smart. She's like, look, cops are there. They're probably going to shoot somebody. You probably don't want to be in the area. But you notice how all these people, I don't understand, why aren't all these people locked up for COVID? Where's their mask? Why don't they have jobs? Whatever. Thanks for the link, guy. And here's a good statement. Steven Crowder's mug episode yesterday. Pretty good info on the incident. The guy had a felony warrant. He has prior charges, I think, for sex crimes, if I remember. You should check it out. Okay, so at least he gave me more information, Steven Crowder's Mug Club episode. So I could probably search that and go find this. So thanks for the info, so at least I can look it up. I mean, it would have been nice if I'd got the link, or I'll make sure you're not approved for links. I'll make sure you're approved. I usually approve my decent commenters. If I see you and you make good comments, I approve you so you can put links. But man, I delete I don't know how many. I go to my spam, my thing, and it's freegirls.com and free sex. You know, YouTube, I can't post a video and freaking accidentally, say something about Black Lives Matter and they'll delete my video. But I can get 10,000 comments to go to Free Sex Girls Online, and people have these accounts and just spam the shit out of people. But I digress. Community standards. Community standards for what YouTube thinks important, which isn't what I think important for damn sure. Okay, here's another comment that I kind of heard someone else made it. This was a domestic, was two people not related to the guy that got shot or his wife. The guy that got shot broke up the domestic. He had just finished breaking it up when the cops arrived. Now, I don't know if that's true, and maybe that's why they had him on the ground, but why do you stop with your kids in a car and get involved with a freaking domestic? I mean, that's just crazy. Rick, you should help, and he tried to do the right thing. I'm telling you, people, I'm all for doing the right thing. I'm all for helping decent people. But when you get involved in shit that can end your life, people are going to look back and call you a dummy, kind of like I am now. If this guy got involved with a domestic that was not his business and then ended up fighting with the cops and pissed off and then doing things that resulted in his death, and now the cops are going to be justified that they shot him for fear of their life like they always are, who thinks this guy was a great hero? If you do, well then great. Go to the Hero Hall of Fame and hang out. But I'm telling you, if you get involved to where your ass can get killed by the cops and something that ain't none of your business, and to help people that can't help themselves that got involved in this situation because of their ignorance, well, then that's on you. That's not me. Your voice is the most annoying thing I've ever heard. How long has this guy been subscribed? He's been subscribed for 11 months. Guess what, dude? You ain't commenting here because I ain't wasting my damn time reading your shit. How about that? Oh, here's a great comment. Rick, I know where you can find the 911 call for this. Really? You put this comment, waste my damn time reading your bullshit. You don't put a link or tell me. You trying to be funny? Ha ha. Laugh at this. See ya. So RJ says, you said the cops are in the hate. Very few, very few. With riots going on, it's a tough job. Here we go. Let's justify. I didn't even get finished reading this comment, and I knew this guy was either a cop or had a brother or a sister or somebody in law enforcement. It's a tough job. Yeah, it's a tough job to where they get medical, they get retirement, they get paid overtime, they get free training, they get all their benefits paid for, and they don't get laid off during COVID. It's a tough job. They have Supreme Court that says they don't have to act, yet they choose to go out and harass people. It's a tough job. Give me a freaking break. I did the job. It is tough. We got a lot of shit going on. It doesn't excuse bad behavior and out of control, tyrannical cops that ignore the Constitution and trample on good people in the name of it's a tough job. Fine balancing act, riot control, self-preservation, blah, blah. Here we go. My brother, a cop, was killed. Sorry about that. He may have been a good cop. I don't know. Was killed by a bad guy who shot him. Shot out his window during a drive-by. In my opinion, if a rioter gets shot, he owns the bullet, not the cop. See, this is what I call, and I'm not hating on this dude. I'm just giving you, when I read these comments, what I get out of this. This guy, because it's personal, he's going to defend cops no matter what, because his brother got killed and he was a cop. So it's, it's kind of like people that were around in World War II and saw what the Japanese did. They refused to own a foreign car or buy anything from Japan. They just wouldn't do it till the day they died. 80, 90 years old, they were refusing to do anything that would dealt with Japan because they fought them in the war. So when things hit you that emotionally, you are never going to change your opinion. And this guy, no matter what, the cops could be out there lining people up on a Saturday night massacre and line them against the wall and shoot them. And this guy would be like, you know what? They own the bullet. They shouldn't have been there. I can't, if you can't see the deterioration of law enforcement, and I've got a lot of cops coming here who's like, look, I retired 5 years ago. I retired 6 months ago. I've been in law enforcement 15 years. I can't believe what I'm seeing. and the way cops are today. So, I mean, look, if you don't want to open your eyes, you know, there are none so blind as those who refuse to see. And sometimes you just can't see past your emotional connection because his brother was killed by a cop. That's what I got out of that comment. Here's these other comments sometimes that just drive me nuts. Is that a gun on the ground? Really? How long was that video? I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes? Is that a gun on the ground? Doesn't give me a time hack. Doesn't say I thought I saw a gun at time 13. Nothing. I'll just put a comment, is that a gun on the ground? And then, you know, this comment is so effective, I'll have Rick read it, and then he can search the whole video and try to figure out at what second and time frame that I thought I saw a gun on the ground. Yeah, that's a great comment. Here we go with another person that's just fed up. Sorry, but after this happened in this country, Dead Floyd, a career criminal drug addict who died of fentanyl overdose. I agree. That's how George Floyd died. Nobody wants to, they want to blame it on the knee so they can hate Trump, blame everything on Trump, blame the white man, get more money, get reparations, make it all about he was a poor, great, good father, turned his life around, and in fact, he was a career criminal with been to prison several times and died of an overdose. I agree with that. Here's what I don't agree with. I no longer give two shits with the police killing criminals resisting arrest. I got a problem with that because anybody can be a criminal. With this attitude, you give tyrannical government power for them to do whatever they want to do. You can't, in my opinion, when you confuse these facts and you justify government tyranny because of other, you know, egregious acts of someone else, that's not a good thing. Government loves that. Government loves people saying, oh man, yeah, let the police kill everybody. If we can piss them off enough, they'll let the police kill everybody. Then government gets more power. Now we can start killing innocent people, and it's too late. We've been killing people that we've been telling everybody that was criminals, so now we can just kill everybody. And now your family's getting killed, somebody you care about's getting killed, and suddenly, now, because it affects you, now you give a shit when the police shoot somebody that they say is a criminal, even though there's no due process and they never got a chance to prove or to have a right to a defense on whether or not. That's the difference between communism and freedom. That's the difference between a republic and mob rule. But that's my opinion. No hate there, 37 G-Dog. Another comment. There's info out there. He fought the officers. Violent felony record. Wouldn't follow orders. Resisted. They went to the car, turned his back. Completely justified. Oh, okay. So I'll just take all what you said here as absolute fact. I can put it in front of a jury, and I can defend it, and I can pass it on, and I can do a video on it because Blue Dragon said it was so. How long has Blue Dragon been subscribed? 3 months. All right, Blue Dragon. Look, if you give me a comment, I'm not here for people just to say things that they can't back up or prove. This is about fact-finding. This is about backing up what you say. This is about facts. This isn't left-wing CNN where they can just say, poor black man killed in front of his kids. You know, let's riot and burn down the streets. This is not CNN. Okay? Sorry. No hate, Blue Dragon. All right, let me pause. So this person called, this guy was convicted of raping a minor, according to his criminal record. I can't wait for you to do another video with more details come out, Rick. How do you know he was convicted of raping? I mean, who is saying all this? This is how information just gets, and this may be absolutely true. I'm not saying it's not true. I just like my investigative, my career is like, I don't like when people tell me something. I like to prove it and find out for myself. So if I repeat it, I don't end up being an idiot repeating bad information. So I'm not saying you're an idiot or this is wrong. I'm just saying, how do you know he was convicted of rape according to criminal? Where did you see his criminal history? Who put a copy of it? Is there a link out there that I can go to and I could show it? If there was a link, I would go to it and I would show everybody and say, hey, this person is correct. Now I have to say, I can't believe anything this person says because it isn't proved. Anybody can make this comment. Anybody can make up this name. I don't even know if it's a real person. No hate. What is it? Leafa. Okay, so this comment here is on that video where the Phoenix police officers shoot the guy sleeping in the car and they surrounded him. and it was an easy standoff, and they could have backed away and just waited him out. It's Arizona heat. And instead, they circle the thing, and they go break his window. Then when they break his window and he reaches for the glass, or they say he reaches for the gun, they pepper him and kill him with a bunch of gun rounds. So this guy's comment on that video was, they seem to have forgot that having a gun is not against the law in America. Though Mr. Garcia didn't strike me as a model citizen. Okay, just this first comment, having a gun is not against the law. I agree with that. However, sitting at a house where there was a possible shooting or stabbing, trying to hide in your car, refusing to come out, giving false names to the police officers, locking yourselves in, making statements that you're going to have to shoot me or I'm going to shoot you, all those things, that may not be against the law. But in totality, it's reasonable that the officers should fear for their safety. That's the standard. I'm not defending what the cops did. I'm just trying to get you to understand the law. Okay, so here's a guy, been subscribed for 3 weeks. He says, I'm surprised you've never said what that really is. When you're putting your hand on your gun, it's called indexing. Really? I've never heard putting your gun indexing. Maybe that's a new term. See, what people don't realize is I've been doing this for 30-something years, over 30 years. And I've seen several things, names changes over time. People get the new word, new trick phrase, the new cool thing to say. And it comes out, and then the new guys hear it, and they think that's been around forever. So they come around and tell the old guys, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. This is called this, and this is called that. This guy's not being a dick, but he's telling me it's called indexing. So what do? I say, all right, let me look up indexing and see if this is a common term. And so when I first look up indexing, it doesn't come up. So I have to look up indexing hand on gun in order to get this. And then so I go instinct versus indexing, close quarter tactics. Wow, okay. See what we got here. So I go here and it says making sure of a sight picture or indexing is close quarter combat scenarios is just wasting time. So according to this article, Mr. Expert that came here and told me that I should be saying putting my hand on the gun is indexing. According to this article, it proves that you're wrong and indexing is getting a sight picture. So this is my constant battle with comments, and I'm always trying to get, if you say something, back it up. Give me a definition. Give me a link. Give me a video to where you're getting your knowledge so we can communicate and actually exchange ideas and distinguish fact from fiction, or distinguish what you think is fact because that's what you were told watching Mr. ASP, who don't know his head from a hole in the ground, and he runs out there and gives out all this bad information. Idiots watch him and then come here and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when I've been doing this shit for 30 freaking years. And I may not use the right terminology or the current or the cool or the tactical terminology of the week, but I'm telling you, look, we just called it get your damn hand on your gun. So if the new phrase is indexing, according to the article, that's getting a sight picture, you're wrong. Since you wanted to tell me I was wrong for not using the proper term, I'm going to tell you you're wrong because according to that article, indexing is getting a sight picture. Someone else will come here and tell us we're both wrong, and then everybody can run around and tell everybody how we're wrong instead of trying to make comments constructive and educational. If you can't back up what you're saying in a comment, don't waste my time reading it or making me read it. All right? Rick, you're going to piss off everybody. They're going to unsubscribe. They're not going to comment. I don't care. I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't want to waste my freaking time. Here's another problem I got. People that just put links and don't tell me what it is. Normally, I take away, so this guy's, I can remove his approval for links. Normally, I would take this guy away, but I've seen him comment before, so I'm going to do it, and maybe he'll get a hint here. Don't put a freaking link that I have to go check to see what it is and waste my damn time, or I will block your ass. All right? This happens to go to Officer Tatum, which a couple of people have told me I should go watch. So I was planning on going to find it, which is nice that I have a link now, but it pisses me off that I had to go to it and check it because normally when people post links with no information, it's some bullshit you know, they're trying to get me to go view ass video, or they're trying to get me to go to some porn video or some bullshit. And I usually block you. So don't do it again. And because you didn't put it, I'll leave it. Shit, I'm in a good mood. So this guy says, good shoot, he's going for a weapon. Really? How do you know he's going for a weapon? I mean, I agree. I probably think he is. And I thought they were fighting, and then somebody showed me a video and they were fighting. So I get it that he probably was going for a weapon. Look, he was a no person. He was fighting. He walked away at gunpoint. He's ignoring officers' commands. He's going in a vehicle with children. I mean, there's a lot of things that lead me that he was either going for a weapon, he threatened he had a weapon, he had a weapon and was reaching the car for a different weapon, he was reaching for the keys to drive away. Look, I get it. But to make a comment, good shoot, he was going for a weapon. How do you know he was going for a weapon? I don't like dealing in comments that people just want to make to sound good, to make it sound like they know what they're talking about, because I don't know you 4 hours ago with your freaking hidden agenda. How do I know who you are? You could be the BLM leader of the Sacramento branch. I don't know who you are. Good shoot, he's going for a weapon. Really? How the hell do you know that? Okay, so King B Stacker here says, that's one thing I told my wife before we ever got married. Well, you probably shouldn't have got married. Marriage, look, people, I'm sorry. Marriage is nothing but getting government involved in your life. You're asking permission. You're paying fees. You're changing names. You're getting government involved in your life. And now you cannot ever get government out. And if you ever want to get a divorce, you have to get into lawyers and legals, etc. Why don't people just stop getting married? Marriage is an archaic thing that people still think they want to do, and it only benefits the woman when they leave, because they get to come in with nothing and they always get to leave with half or more. So it only benefits women and government. Government protects women. Government makes it that way. There's no benefit to getting married other than buying a ring, continuing a tradition, but I digress. This guy's point is, before we got married, if you ever call the cops, the first time you call the cops is the last day we're together. She called the cops twice in a 12-hour period. We were done. Well, why did she call the cops on you twice? Maybe she was justified. But you know what? I don't care if she was justified. I kind of agree with this guy. If you've got a woman that's going to call the police and government to come save her, that's just the first step of screwing you over for the rest of your life. So if you can't see the warning sign and the big red light and a big red flag when somebody that you're with call the cops, then you deserve what you get. Anyway, here's another comment, and this guy's a 5-month subscriber, but he's done a lot of comments. I recognize the name because I've read so many comments. Please look over this for a follow-up. What is this? So I have to, I got 5,000 unread emails where people send me links. Watch this. Whoever Adam is, whatever, I get freaking 3 emails a day from this dude with links. Go watch this, go watch this, go watch this. I have 5,600. Let me check, see if it changed here. Because people be like, what? Really? 5,139 unread messages in my email accounts, in my 8 different email accounts. And this is what I get in all my emails. Rick, go watch this video. Rick, go check out this video. Tell me what's in the video, people. Make it easy. When you ask somebody for help or advice or you want their opinion, if you make it difficult for them, they're less likely to give you an opinion or help you. Make it easy for me if you want my help. If you send me emails like this or you make comments, I just don't have time to go to all the links. Hell, if I go to my spam folder, I'll have nothing but freaking links. Let me go here. Held. Link, 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 link. Beautiful girls dating online. Link, link, link. Rick, why don't you review my link? Rick, I made a comment. You didn't review my link. Rick, why did... Look, I've got 12,000 held for review links. And so on my published, and why people like, man, you block people too easy. It starts over because I was on like page 4, so now it went to the top. And Rick, you block people, man. You're too rough. I don't have time, people. If your comments aren't constructive and easy on me, then I just block you because I don't, I get the funny ones and the guys who comment and just give me shit. I don't mind those. But the people that want to come here and be the expert with no back or justification, I don't have time for. The people that want to give me links with no information, I don't have time for that. What the hell does this mean, Frosty? 1390 is the new 1350. What the? Am I the only idiot out here? Now, there's going to be 20 people that'll tell me, oh, Rick, that means this, and they'll know. But my guess is the majority of people, me included, does not know what the hell that means. Maybe I'm the only dummy. Maybe I'm the only one. Everyone else knows that. Okay, so these are the guys that I like to say just want to come here and start an argument. They don't want to learn. They're not here to give constructive thing and a pass on. They just want to argue. They want to say, I got you. Right after you said these were good people, now you say this isn't justice. So what are you promoting? I'm promoting the truth, and I'm promoting not reading dumbass comments. See you, Charles. Wouldn't want to be you. Oh, you're probably right, Rick. These are great people. They never throw bricks at the police. So, Rick, you are saying that, see, I knew from the first comment that this was going to be one of those guys that would just come here with, I got you. You know what? I ain't going to waste my time reading that one either. See ya. How appropriate was that? Right after I deleted the guy, the next comment, another one bites the dust. I love it. I kind of agree with this guy. Don't know. Not enough video. No clue what's going on. I agree. But the narrative for CNN is white cop shoots black man in the back. See, CNN doesn't need more information to know what's going on. They just need to put out information to get idiots riled up because they like foolish idiots. They like idiots that they can use to push their agenda. Well, shit, I'm at 31 minutes. All right. I'll end that there. That's kind of, hang on, this comment here. Let's see what this one has to say. Whatever. I thought maybe sometimes when I get different videos, because my older videos, when I get comments popping up on them, I'm kind of like, you know, sometimes I'll get a whole bunch of videos on old video and I know somebody shared it somewhere. So we'll end it with Wayne Blue's comment. The shield being upside down bugged the hell out of me too. Good. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. All right, gun people. We'll end that there. Hopefully you got something out of it. I got a few people blocked, so I don't have to read their dumbass comments anymore. All right. See y'all.